trenches of Zillow, trying to thread the needle between something
He
decently
said
cheap but
fucking
decently
Patrick
nice. What can
Starhouse
I say? We were on the lookout for
living
that
under a
hidden gem.
rock.
We were at
What up, Tamika Davis? Good to see you. How you doing? Hopefully everybody has a nice Christmas or holiday, whatever you
the
celebrate.
table with the
I
laptops and
celebrate
notes
me.
out and everything. But eventually, we come across this one place that looks promising. We see the photos, and it was more or less just a regular house, but the place looked decent and the price was good too. So we call the phone number, and the landlord company picks up. And I guess this company had a bunch of houses that they owned, so we give the lady the address of the one we're interested in and ask for a tour. And she said, yeah, of course, I'd be glad to give you guys a tour. Meet me at our office tomorrow afternoon, and we'll all go look at the house from there. So she gave us their office address, and the next day we all head over. Now, we all drove over separately, and I was still on my way over when Jesse texted our group chat, and he's like, guys, I just got here, and these people seem kind of suspect. And when I saw his text, I didn't think much of it. I'm thinking, what does he expect? This isn't supposed to be Beverly Hills. But 5 minutes later, when I pulled up myself, things did not look good already before I even got out of the car. Because, first of all, their complex, I actually almost missed the turn because I was like, no, there's no way their office isn't there. Siri told me I arrived at my destination. I thought she was mistaken. I was like, Siri, stop playing around with my emotions right now. Because this landlord's office was in a certified struggle complex. There's no other way to say it. They had it wedged in between like a smoke shop and a pawn shop, and then every other space in the complex was vacant, and the whole plaza was falling apart. I mean, this whole building was on its last breath. It seemed to me like the landlord themselves could barely afford their own rent for their own office. And these are the people we're about to be entrusting our housing and shelter to? But anyway, so I pull up, I see Jesse outside already, Ricky and Cameron pull up shortly after, and we all head towards the office. So we get up there, we step through the door, and this thing, the whole office was actually the size of a closet. Maybe a medium-sized closet. You opened the front door, took 2 steps inside, and you were right there. That was the whole thing. That was it. But everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Look,
Yeah.
if Jeff Bezos could start Amazon in a garage, maybe the next great landlord could start in a shoebox. Although in this case, I don't know about a start, this seemed more like the end. But anyways, there was a window where a couple people were paying their rent at, a few chairs against the wall, and that was it. So we talked to the lady at the window, tell her we're here for a tour, and she tells us that the tour guide lady was still on her way, but she'll be here in a minute and to have a seat while we wait. So we're like, alright, no worries, although we did not have a seat because there were already 4 people inside, which meant the room was at maximum capacity. So we step outside of this pantry of an office and walk outside to wait, and we're outside just chilling in this little plaza. I remember it was like 110 degrees out that day. So we're trying to stay in the shade, just talking, when this car comes flying across the other end of the parking lot, and it screeches to a halt loud right outside the rental office. The window rolls down, and this dude on the inside, he just looks angry. And he leans out the window and gets straight to the point. He yells, he's like, hey, don't rent from these people, they're criminals. And then he sped off as fast as he pulled up. So this dude stopped his car specifically to yell at us that they were, direct quote, criminals, and then left. We were looking at each other like, what? It was like a magic genie appeared out of nowhere and then vanished. And at this point, we're like, bro, what even is this rental office? But we didn't even really have time to process that too much because right after he sped off, the tour guide lady shows up, maybe 20 seconds later. So now she pulls up. She sees us standing around outside and asks us if we were the ones here for the house tour. And we told her yes, and she's like, alright, perfect. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late, but the house is just around the corner, so no need for us all to drive separately. You can all just hop in my car and I'll drive us there together. And we're like, alright, I guess that makes sense. And we all hop in her car and get going. So we're all packed into her car. And as we're driving over to the house, she's making small talk for the first couple minutes. And then at one point, she just very nonchalantly goes, yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time, before we get to the property, that the previous tenants, they never fully moved out. So just letting you guys know some of their belongings are still left behind, but just use your imagination and you'll be able to picture the place empty. So I'm thinking, alright, kind of a strange thing to say. Also seemed very intentional how she just kind of slipped that in there. And also, what does that even mean? The last people never fully moved out. What do you mean by that? But I'm thinking, what, a couch here, a chair there, they left some dishes in the cabinet. Alright, no problem. So 5 minutes later, we pull up to the house. It didn't take long to get there. And from the first